Welcome! Today I'm going to share with you my favorite focaccia recipe. It's sourdough, it's so simple, and it is amazingly delicious. With only 5 ingredients, it turns into the most satisfying bread you will ever eat. Fluffy and soft on the inside, crispy on the outside. To begin, pour 510 grams of flour. That's about 3.5 cups of flour. Add 440 grams of room temperature water and 100 to 150 grams of active sourdough starter, 15 grams of salt. So you're adding all the ingredients together except for the olive oil and mixing until the flour is completely incorporated. At this point, I always hear from someone, "Mom, what are you making?" And they always want to help. Here, the dough looks quite ready to sit. I cover it to rest. I tell the kids we're putting it to bed. It's warmer over by our wood stove, so I'm laying it there to rise. After 30 minutes, I do a set of 8 to 10 stretch and folds, pulling from the bottom, lifting up high, and folding it over. While doing this, I'm turning the bowl in a circle. It's important here that you have wet your hands before doing this. When performing a stretch and fold with regular bread, it might be thicker and easier to do so. This is a more wet and sticky dough. Now I have another helper and we're getting ready to drizzle olive oil on top, just enough to cover the dough and the sides of the bowl. Next is the bulk rise. It can rise for about 4 to 10 hours or until nearly doubled. So good time now to clean up, have fun while you're doing it. Play some music to get you in the mood. A warmer home will have your dough rising quicker. Here it's nice and bubbly and ready to go. I pour it into the pan. You can really choose your pan size depending how thick you want your focaccia. Again, with wet hands, I'm going to fold my focaccia a couple times. This helps to get air inside the dough. Then you can spread it out to fit into the pan. And again, covering the top with a drizzle of olive oil. And cover, allowing to rise for your second fermentation. You can add your toppings before the second rise or at the end. Here we harvested some fresh rosemary from our garden. I'm cutting off the tender tips and then going to cut some little pieces to spread throughout. This bread can taste great on its own, but it's also fun and beautiful to add. You can even turn this into a meal, adding cheese and sausage on top, ground meat, vegetables. Here I'm adding a little bit of dried sage, a rosemary garlic salt, cracked garlic, cracked salt, and just before getting it into the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. My favorite part, making sure to have wet or oiled hands, pressing all 10 fingers into that squishy, lovely dough. And then I'm feeling like, this needs a little color and beauty. So I sliced up some red pepper and then sprinkled on some red chili flakes. The top should be golden brown, giving it the nice crisp. Now be patient. Our 4 children are sleeping, and it's time for a grown-up late night snack. Nothing better than eating fresh, warm bread out the oven. And as the French say, bon appetit. Thank you for watching.